Scientific names or nomenclature of animals are based on rules provided by ICJN. ICJN stands for International Code of Zoological Nomenclature. Wushi one is the exclusive characteristic of a living organism. Answer is perception of events happening in the environment. A distinction between unicellular and multicellular is not possible in algae. Organisms living in salty areas are called as halophiles. Yeast reproduce by budding. The biological concept of species given by Mayer is based on reproductive isolation. Talophyta includes algae and fungi. The anther is a four-sided structure consisting of microsporangia. The condensed part of the stem, which is specialized to take part in sexual reproduction of angiosperm, is called flower. The cells of medullary rays adjoining the intrafascicular cambium become meristematic and form the interfascicular cambium. Coir is a fiber obtained from pericarp. When a tall and red flowered individual is crossed with a dwarf and white flowered individual, phenotype in the progeny is dwarf and white. What will be the genotype of tall and red flowered individuals? Capital T and small t, capital R and small r. The pairs of chromosomes present in human beings' somatic cells are 23. In history of biology, the Human Genome Project led to the development of bioinformatics. Which of the following RNAs acts as structural RNA as well as ribosome in bacteria? Answer is 23S rRNA. Central tubules of cilia are enclosed by a central sheath, which is connected to one of the tubules, each peripheral doublets by radial spoke. The two terms puff and rings are associated with chromosomes. In plant cells, the new cell wall begins by the cell plate. Exponential growth in human population is log phase. Animals which occupy the same trophic level are deer and bees. Select the correct group of biocontrol agents. Biocontrol agents are trichoderma, baculovirus, and Bacillus thuringiensis. They exhibits more species diversity. Transport of two types of molecule across the membrane in the opposite direction is called antiport. Simple diffusion. It is a passive and slow process. It does not need energy. It occurs against the concentration gradient. Molecules move in a random manner, the net result being substances moving from region of higher concentration to region of lower concentration. Mineral requirement is studied through hydroponics, which is related to growth plants in solution. The method involves the culture of plants in a soil-free defined mineral solution is known as hydroponics. Dark reaction in photosynthesis is called so because it does not depend on light energy. On excitation, the electrons picked up by an electron acceptor is passed to cytochromes. What is the total gain of energy during anaerobic respiration? Two molecules of ATP. Energy releasing enzymatically controlled catabolic process which involves stepwise oxidative breakdown of organic substances inside living cells is called cellular respiration. Study of ants is myrmecology. The following disease is not a waterborne disease: asthma. Pollen grains are present in um, pinus. In a typical complete bisexual and hypogynous flower, the arrangement of floral rolls on the thalamus from the outermost to the innermost is calyx, corolla, androecium, and gynoecium. Nitrous acid causes mutation by removing amino group from the base. Okazaki fragments are seen during replication. Telomerase is an enzyme which is a ribonucleoprotein. Desired improved variety of economically useful crops are raised in a very short time period by mutation. Which compound is the terminal electron acceptor in aerobic respiration? Answer is oxygen. Use of biocontrol measures will greatly reduce our dependence on toxic chemicals and pesticides. There are two statements. All pollutants are waste materials. Number two, phosphorus does not pollute water if present in excess. Both statements are wrong. If a pressure greater than atmospheric pressure is applied to pure water or solution, its water potential increases. The enzyme that is not found in C3 plants is PEP carboxylase. Which of the following is wrong for nature of annelids? Exclusively parasitic nature is wrong. Platyhelminthes or acylomates. Function of lymph is to bring intercellular fluid back into the blood. Heterodont condition is found in cat, rabbit, and bats. The digestion of food starts in which part of the alimentary canal? Mouth. Cartilaginous rings in respiratory passages are present in trachea, bronchi, and initial bronchioles only. Respiratory process is regulated by certain specialized centers in the brain. One of the following listed centers can reduce the inspiratory duration upon stimulation. Answer is pneumotoxic center. What is the residual volume of air in a normal human? Answer is 1.0 to 1.2 liter. Cessation of the menstrual cycle in female is called menopause. What is the true about lactational amenorrhea? Changes of failure of contraception, though of this method are high. Gestation period is the duration between fertilization and parturition. Name the kind of reproduction in bees in which males are produced. Parthenogenesis. The first animal domesticated by man was a dog. What is the difference between natural selection and sexual selection? Answer is sexual selection is a type of natural selection. Volume of urine is regulated by aldosterone, ADH, and renin. Human urine is invariably acidic because kidneys selectively filter out the acidic substances of blood into urine. Birds and reptiles are ureotelic. Answer is wrong. A joint between the carpal bones and tarsal bones is gliding joint. Coccygeal bones occurs in a vertebral column. Which one is a bone of the skull? Pterygoid. Morphine is not a neurotransmitter. GABA, GABA, gamma aminobutyric acid is a inhibitory neurohormone. Corpus luteum secretes a hormone called progesterone. Progesterone hormone is secreted by corpus luteum. Blood of which blood group can be given to a person with AB blood group? O, AB, and ARB. Blood pressure is measured by sphygmomanometer. Which of the following is a correct statement about the circulatory system of cockroach? Cockroach has a 13-chambered heart and in each segment one pair of ostia are present. First recombinant organism was E. coli containing antibiotic resistant gene. Which of the following steps are catalyzed by TAC DNA polymerase in PCR reaction? Extension of primer and on the template DNA. For which of the disease transgenic models do not exist nowadays? Tuberculosis. Bt cotton is not resistant to all pesticides. The correct sequence of various larvae in a liver fluke is Miracidium, Sporocyst, Redia, Cercaria, Metacercaria. Wharton's duct is the duct of submandibular salivary gland. Oxygen dissociation curve of hemoglobin is sigmoid. During differentiation, the spermatids are associated with the serotonin. In an analysis of a semen sample, it was observed that the total number of sperms was 18 million, of which 80% showed a high motility and 20% shows less motility. How many sperms have a Y chromosome? Approximately 9 million. Character which is closely related to human evolution. Loss of tails. Due to insufficient filtration in Bowman's capsule, all are likely to happen except accumulation of fluid in the body, increase in blood urea level, increase in blood pressure, except increase in GFR. Brain stem is the support system of brain and is the collective name for medulla, pons, midbrain, and diencephalon. How does steroid hormone influence cellular activities? Binding to DNA and forming a gene hormone complex. Parkinson's disease results from hyposecretion of adrenal. Exonuclease enzyme catalyzes the removal of nucleotides from the ends of DNA. Recombinant DNA techniques made it possible to genetically engineer living organisms.